Remember the story of David and Goliath in the Old Testament? When I taught school at Blessed Sacrament, it was one of my class's favorite stories. We sang lots of songs about how David slew Goliath, and even though my main class was made up of 4-year-olds, we even put together a little play about it. If you recall, David was the youngest of 8 boys. At this point in his life, he was probably a young teenager, but he was sent by his father Jesse out to a battlefield to bring refreshments to his older brothers. Goliath belonged to a group of people known as Philistines. He was so huge that he was called a giant. And he was filled with pride and anger and ready to demolish and annihilate anyone and anything in his path. David, on the other hand, was filled with humility, courage, and the strength that we can only receive from God. So boldly he walked up to King Saul after seeing all the other soldiers had cowered back when asked if they would be the one to take up Goliath's challenge of a fight. And he said in 1 Samuel 17:37, "The Lord who delivered me from the claws of the lion and the bear will also keep me safe from the clutches of this Philistine." Saul answered David, "Go, the Lord be with you." Talk about courage, talk about faith. We know how this story ends. And David goes out and gathers up 5 smooth stones, but he only takes one. It just takes one with his little slingshot to take down the mighty giant. Now place yourself in David's shoes in this story. He was told by everyone along the way that he was not capable of taking down the giant, and he was just going to get himself killed. You're just a kid, you're too scrawny, you're not a soldier, you don't even have the proper weapon, and on they went. Think about the Goliaths in your life. We all have them. Problems with the kids, problems with finances, problems with multi-generational family, problems physically. The list can go on and on. But choose just one of these, one big Goliath. I bet if others haven't thrown obstacles in your way or told you how things will just never work out, then you've likely said them to yourself or thought of even the worst case scenario. Did David allow others what they said to affect him? Did he allow himself to go to the darkest place possible and just freeze in fear? No, he didn't. He immediately started applying what he would later write about in Psalm 27:1. "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" David Weatherford, an author who's written several poems for the Chicken Soup book series, said, "When faced with a challenge, look for a way, not a way out." And that's exactly what David in the story did. And that's just what we need to do with our own Goliaths. Look for a way to resolve the problem, a way to reach a goal, a way to earn the extra cash, a way to do, not a way to escape from. Here are a few ways we can deal with our Goliaths. We can go head on. In 1 Corinthians 9:24, it commends us to run so as to win, to keep at it, to give it all you've got, and don't hesitate to give it to God through prayer. We can stop listening to doubters and naysayers. In Matthew 22:18, the Pharisees were trying their best to catch Jesus, so they were doing all they could to twist everything he was saying. But knowing their malice, Jesus said, "Why are you testing me, you hypocrites? There will always be those who see things from the negative side. Just plug up your ears and go la 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 and let them know you're only listening to the positive." You can trust God and you can trust yourself. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us of exactly who to trust. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways be mindful of Him, and He will make your paths straight. The Lord can do it, and you can do it. And lastly, you can flex your spiritual muscle. I can do all things through Him who gives me strength. Trust Him. Pray and ask Him for His help. His greatest delight is hearing your voice and coming to your aid. Think about it. This little boy David, who did he grow up to become but king? And his Goliath had no idea he was actually part of God's plan for David's life and his anointed position as king. He had no idea. So in reviewing this Bible story of David and Goliath, I'll leave you with these amazing life lessons and truths for you to cling to. You are bigger than your fears, and the size of your Goliath doesn't matter. Always make use of what you already have. Believe it's possible, and don't underestimate your capabilities. May God bless you all.